one is finished. Now, thanks to the sleeping gas, on to step 2.
Welcome back to Retro Wednesday at the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the Kenner Mask European variants. And this is for the Adventure Pack team. These are really colorful, interesting, cool characters that I didn't have as a kid. And I actually didn't know they made these till much later on. They were a little bit challenging to track down. But now that we've got them here, let's have a look at them. Coming up. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is the Racing Arena, and this one here is actually quite interesting. It has the Maximus figure, Maximus Mayhem figure, and it has all these accessories. Now, this actually comes with a Bruno figure, but the problem is that Bruno is actually the harder one to find of the two. The figure that comes with it, and Bruno's on the card back, even his card back, which is quite interesting. So that recolored version of Bruno is a challenge to track down. I didn't actually track that one down, but I did track down this. So with this, it's actually fairly simple to get these accessories for this guy, but to get the Bruno figure, now that's the hard part. So I'm just cheating with it. Anyway, let's get into looking at all of these parts. And so with that, this is the same figure that comes with Buzzard. As I can see, I can't see any difference whatsoever with the figure. And there is, the whole monocle thing going on. And according to everything online, purple for the helmet. And that is just checking all that to make sure that that's right. So the first accessory we're going to look at here is this piece here. Now they call this a racing tool. It's either a racing tool or a seated defense. So when you fold this down, fold this up and this down, you have they call it the seated defense. So you can put him in here seated. I don't think it looks that cool with him sitting in it. I like to have him standing in it. So that's the way I go with it. And it's hard to get his feet through there, but this is how it's supposed to look, I guess. I don't think that looks really all that great. So I display him standing because it seems to make a little more sense to me if he's standing behind this, as you can see. And it's actually almost like a figure stand if you have him standing. So it's just pretty much however you'd want to do it. But the official way, according to the card back, is him sitting. So that's the first thing that it does. It's got a kind of nice little double gun there. It's fun. It looks like something can hang from this too. So that's interesting also. You could probably hang one of these. And since these tools here, there's two of these, I believe this could hang. That's what that's for. So it's just my belief. Since there's little to absolutely no information about this online or YouTube videos or anything, some of this stuff I'm just going to have to make up as I go. Whatever's not on the card back that's where all the information is, on the card back. Now we got two of these things here. So this one here is the one that they call a wrench. So it's actually something for the racing series, I guess. And then this other one over here is a cutting tool, according to this. Now his backpack, it is a hydraulic backpack and a heat source. So you got hydraulic backpack here. So that's some fun, cool stuff that they have going on with the backpack. Now this can fold up and then roll around and then kind of look like, oh, it's just a normal little backpack. Looks to me though like a laser's coming out of there. So that's how I would view that. So that's kind of cool. And I think that's pretty much just about it. And that right there is Racing Arena. Alright, so next up we have Glider Strike. Now this one has Jacques Lefleur with the Mirage mask. And Maximus mask was called Deep Freeze. Okay, getting into this though, this is a recolor version of Jacques Lefleur. I think he came with a Volcano. I'm kind of stuck. What did he come with? Volcano? Anyway, this is a different colored mask also. So, still pretty cool. It's hard to get the mask on and off when he's got this glider thing going on right here. All right, word to the wise, don't take his mask off while he's got his glider on. That's going to be hard to get that thing back on. Okay, so anyway, there's the figure. He is just a kind of a brighter green. A bright green. And then he's got a dark green lower half, so pretty cool. I'm not going to take that backpack off. First of all, I don't want to break anything. Second of all, I just kind of want to keep it all contained. These are a little bit challenging to track down. So, first thing we want to talk about is his backpack. Now, they call this turbines. The instructions call us turbines, and that looks like a little laser in the front. Kind of looks very similar to the laser that's on this, except they are different. So, looks similar yet different. Okay, and then he has a hang glider, and the wording is hang glider allows Jacques Lafleur to soar to safety. So it is a hang glider, and it's not powered or anything, so keeping these little guns to stay on is a challenge in itself, but there's that. And what are those little guns called? These are just laser blasters. So it comes with two exact same laser blasters, clip on just fine. And I'm guessing these things on the side are just missiles. So let's turn this around. And as you can see, it's kind of backpack piece. His straps come around the back and hold it on and clip it on like that. Very cheap, very low cost kind of a deal going on. But these are misleading rockets right here. They're misleading rockets. Oh, man. That could be some fun political puns with missiles in here on a fun Retro Wednesday, but we're not going to do that. Anyway, there it is. This is a fun little set. I'm sure kids could have had a lot of fun with this. I always had fun with jetpacks and those kinds of things, so this would have been really fun as a kid. I would have loved this as a kid. So, sadly, I don't think this ever made it to the States. So, there it is. Glider Strike with Jacques Lafleur. Let's go to the next one. Okay, next one we have Sea Attack. Sea Attack comes with a Honda McLean with the Blaster 2 mask. And yes, it's a Blaster 2 mask. It is not the Blaster one. We will be looking at mask variants in the future. And, oh, there it is. Bringing the mask off. It is just a color variant of the one that comes with Night Stalker slash, his second vehicle. All right, there he is. Now it's, of course, a recolor of that figure completely, and we're just going to kind of leave him in his little glider thing here. So Sea Attack comes with a few fun things. His backpack is actually called the Aqua Lung, so it helps him breathe. He has a mask on, and he's got a backpack to help him breathe, so that's something quite interesting right there. Then he comes with a harpoon that clips onto his arm, and it says the harpoon should clip onto the edge of the wing also. So that would be kind of fun too, but it would look kind of awkward not having two. Then you have these other two fog pitchers. So these two things here are called fog pitchers, and that's kind of cool. Kind of fun right there. I would call them laser blasters. Then he comes with a sea sled, and it powers over the water as a hydroplane. And I want to show that you can fold this up. Now, I was thinking, like, there's two tabs. Maybe those are supposed to be used somewhere as a backpack and clip to this. I mean, and this looks like you could clip stuff to it too. But there's just not enough information on this thing. But it looks like more stuff could be done with this. But it looks really cool the way it is. I like displaying him sitting in it. And, yeah, just like that. That's how I like to display it. I think it looks good. I act like I've had this for longer than a week because I just got these. A buddy of mine helped me get them because they are very challenging to get here in the US. But this is Sea Attack. I'm super excited that I finally got this thing complete. And let's go ahead and look at the last one. Last one we have is Arctic Attack. Is it Arctic Attack? Arctic Attack. And this one comes with the Calhoun Burns. This is just a recolor of the one that comes with that beautiful, wonderful Corvette of his, but it's a recolor. And there's also another recolor that is just for the European recolor 2-pack figures. So there's three Calhoun Burns out there with different color variations. So getting into this guy, he does come also with a sled. So this is the third one that would have this type of a vehicle in the adventure packs, but this one's called a toboggan, and the little guns on it, they are called blizzard guns. So these little blue guns, and there's 2 of them. Now they clip in, and it shows something that looks really weird, but here are the snowshoes, which make it a little easier for him to walk. But if you don't want him to sit in his toboggan, then you can have him put his blizzard guns right here in his snowshoes. You can do both of them if you want to. Here is the problem with this thing. This looks really cool because there's all these parts. Well, it isn't cool tracking down all these parts. I actually pieced this guy together piece by piece by piece, which probably is way more expensive than just getting them complete in one shot. But I didn't see them complete in one shot, so there was my problem. So that's kind of how you can use that. Now we have these other interesting things, and you think there'd be some sort of crazy name. They're just called hooks. But you'd think they'd have a crazy name, like a flying whoosh. I don't know, but they clip on to his arms, and it looks like kind of like a batarang. I don't know. I don't want to unclip them. I don't want to take a chance of losing any of these. They were so hard to get, and it took a while to get them. But pretty cool. And his red mask versus orange, and yellow or white instead of black. The other one's yellow, I think. That's cool. Now you have this backpack, which is very similar to Mayhem's. This is actually very similar to Mayhem's backpack, and Mayhem's Revenge. And boom! Look at that. It's all boom! And so he can fly around with the backpack. Now, what do they call this backpack? Of course, they have an official name for everything. They have a hook. This backpack is just called I just call it a turbo backpack. So it can turbo thruster kind of thing. Doubles as a turbo thruster, but still kind of cool. These are very low cost items. When they first were made, they were made very cheap, but they were made in very low quantity, so they cost a lot on the secondary market. Still really cool to get them. Love the crazy colors, wild colors of these guys, and nowadays something fun for people that collecting masks for decades, and to finally go after these, quite fun. So hope you enjoyed taking this look at the European Adventure Pack figures. They're probably not for everybody for collecting. They are quite challenging to track down, but it's one of those things that's kind of fun to get if you've already finished collecting 10 years ago on masks, and to go after these now. But anyway, let me know what you think about these. Is this something that you never knew existed, and it's kind of fun to see something new? It's something that you knew existed, but you didn't really want to mess with collecting these because they are a challenge. Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and Tiberium Hanger out.
It's stupid to work together. I'll break that mask limp in two.
Jacques Lafleur and Volcano Van at your service.
They're as good as got.
Gulliver, full power, on!
Thanks, Calhoun. With your mask and laser bolts from Spectrum here, we sure leprechauned Venom.